Hi. Okay. I'm gonna be really honest with you right now. I don't know yet what this message is. The smoke is our little sage that we've got going. It's an incense, but there is quite an interesting energy here, and we're gonna see what comes out because this deck is glued to my hands and it really wants to talk, and I just feel like this message is meant to be brought to the forefront. And there's a couple of things that may make you feel like this message is for you that I'm already feeling, even though I have no clue what this message is. The caption will probably have drawn you into this message, likely. And if this message has found you or has ended up on your browse feature or has been guided to you by your angels, then this is definitely a message for you. And it's probably been handpicked for you and given to you through the algorithm in some way or sort. I don't really know how that works. Again, like the angels will have provided this message to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I feel like you're growing out of your skin right now. Like, I feel like it's almost a little uncomfortable. I'm getting a message of the transformation of a butterfly, but I'm also getting like snake skin. So I literally just found a lizard in my house that was shedding its skin. And also I'm getting this really itchy energy where I just feel like you're outgrowing yourself, but not even yourself. You're just outgrowing the old versions of you. And there's almost like this energy where things might feel a little uncomfortable right now. Like, it's almost like an energy that I'm also getting of like you're gaining your wings. And when you gain your wings for the first time ever, as an angel guide or a messenger, like, it's really uncomfortable. It's not really a very comfortable thing, and that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling here, even at the forefront. And I was getting this massive ache in the back of my back where wings would be. So I feel like this is very much a message of like you're literally gaining your wings. And I don't really know what that means yet. We'll see what spirit really wants to have come through me. I'm going to try and open channel this as much as I can with these cards, because there's definitely something to come here from the cards, but that's kind of how you're going to know if this message is for you. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and jump on into it. White is extremely significant. Whites, pearls, yeah, just lots of like bright white colors and things. Whew. Okay. Let's see what spirit wants to say. I'm getting this energy that like whatever realm you've been existing within, it's almost like it feels like there's just not much left to hold you here. Is kind of the energy that I'm getting. And it's funny, this is such an uncomfortable energy where it's almost like it's literally in the throat too. Like, I just swelled up right here tons. And I also felt this on my left side. This has a lot to do with your feminine side as well. Like, you're a little afraid right now and you feel uncomfortable by the sense of how much you're outgrowing the concepts that you always have existed within right now. Like, even your body essence, the sun on the bottom, which is really exciting. You may have like throughout a lot of your life had a really hard time with your throat chakra, with speaking up, with going the other way. You've probably experienced a lot of like being told not to go the other way, but I feel like there's just like you've entered into this zone of your life where you're walking the other way. Okay, and wow. And there is deep throat chakra healing happening right now within your life. It's like for the first time in your life, you've been speaking up. And I think that you've also been choosing very adamantly to go in the direction of your heart, and to go in a direction that feels so in alignment for you, but you have no proof that it's like, maybe you have little subtle proofs, but you don't have like massive proof that you're doing the right thing, other than like the fact that you feel in alignment with it. Like, your body feels good going in this direction, and you feel very like secure going in this direction, even though nothing in your physical world is telling you that this is gonna be like enough. And I think that there's like this there's just this deep sense of like, it's so uncomfortable because it's almost like you know that there's no other option. Like it's it makes you feel like you're almost like there's this unsurety that's coming through. And that's where all of this, of course, like I'm reading energy, so please bear with me throughout this message, because when there is a throat chakra clearing that's happening, or like a block that's been removed and you're like experiencing your throat chakra for the first time, there's a lot of energies that are going to come through that are quite uncomfortable and that are hard for me to kind of put into words, because I can feel that like tightness on the throat chakra while I'm reading. So that's why I'll probably stumble over my words a few times throughout this message, or maybe not even stumble upon my words. There's just going to be this like, you know, like that's the energy I'm getting. Like it's a very like friction type of energy. Okay, hold on. I want to pull from this deck too. I'm getting very, very warm right now. Okay. You may have been experiencing things recently with your digestion as well, maybe even a lot of nausea. And that could be because new things are coming to the surface, or you're experiencing some stuff that's coming out. Wow, we have 2 9 of Cups. That's very interesting. Okay. And the Moon. Okay. Okay, let's see what the angels want to say. Oof. Okay, so in the past you've been taught that this direction that you're moving in isn't I'm getting a 1 in a million type of energy. Like you've been taught that it's 1 in a million, okay? You've been told that it's 1 in a million, and you've been told this throughout your whole life, and there's this sense of like you're unsure if you're really that 1 in a million. And this message is coming through to tell you that you are. Like you are that 1 in a million, and you're going to be like, the reason that you're following a path and have always felt called to a path that is a 1 in a million is because you are that one. Otherwise that wouldn't be happening. And I've kind of like even touched on this before in other videos, of that sense of like you have these desires for a reason. Like they come to you for a reason. And right now it's just interesting because I think that it's like you know that you have this inside of you. There's this deep understanding that you have this inside of you, that you have what it takes, that you are that 1 in a million. But there's like old programming right now that's being shed. So it's like almost like that old skin, that old version of you, that old everything that you've been taught from the past, like that these abundances, that these experiences don't grow on trees, that they're not available to you. That's all being shed right now from you, and it's extremely uncomfortable because that's like your entire it's been your foundation for your entire life. Like that's been the concept of what kept you afloat, you know, like that's been what you existed within, because that was literally the foundation, and it's being replaced right now. And I'm getting that it's really interesting because the thing that's replacing it is actually this well-found security that you've found within yourself. Okay, so there's this really, really deep emotional fulfillment and security that you have found through yourself. So this message is really, really going to be for you if recently you have entered into a this is a me year, or a let me reintroduce myself year, or a I'm choosing myself year. Like anything that has to do with like this is like a solo trip for you, or like you're finally realizing, maybe you've never even said any of that, maybe you're finally realizing that this is a journey that you're on with you, and all the versions of all these people that you've fallen in love with have been reflected versions of you, and there's going to be this deep understanding of reflection of self that you've been moving through recently, and that's kind of what's replacing this old foundation. Okay, but it's very interesting because it's like, you know that this energy is enough. Like you have this sense of understanding because you have experienced your own energy and the way that you have seen it shift things in your reality. But you don't have enough physical proof yet that you can really stand upon these foundations instead of the ones that used to hold you afloat. And so this shedding is extremely uncomfortable because it's kind of like it's literally like, again, like with you earning your wings. Like it's like the very first time you're trying to flutter. And you've always been someone that's lived upon the ground. You've never been in the sky before. This is awesome. You've never been in the sky before. And so with those wings, you're like, the only physical proof that you have that wings can soar is from looking at another butterfly or from seeing someone else. But like, you've never done it yourself. It's like that sense of like, you're shedding that old grounding that was just shoes. You're walking out of the shoes and allowing your wings to take you into the air for the first time ever. And it's extremely uncomfortable because you don't know how to use these wings. Like you don't know if you're doing it right, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of that weird situation where you're like, I might fall and these wings might not actually work, and it's this huge leap of faith right now. Like you're being asked to take a massive leap of faith. And it's hard because I can say that, but I know that you can feel how difficult this is. Like you can feel this in your body where you're like, I don't know how to do this. And you're almost, I'm getting very overwhelmed with this sense of like, it's almost like fear, but it's not fear. Like it's almost like excitement, but you're just like, you don't know if you can jump. Like you're being put on the edge of this cliff with these newfound wings, and you're like, I don't know if I can walk off of this cliff. Like this is such a big leap of faith that you're taking literally within yourself, because it's almost like you know that you can fly with these wings. Like you know that in your bones, but it's almost like, okay, this is an interesting thing that I'm going to tell you that it's just coming through. Recently I had one of my friends have a baby, very beautiful baby. But I've never had a friend have a baby before. So this is my first time learning a lot of things about a baby. And I'm learning it because she's on the journey of motherhood for the first time ever. And she told me one day, this was like a couple of months ago or something, a few months ago, she was like, yeah, like within the first year of your child being born, if you put them underwater, they will hold their breath. And this is the craziest thing ever. And please guys, I'm giving this as an analogy. Please do not quote me. Please, if you're someone, like go do research yourself on having a child and XYZ. But this is just like for the essence of the message. But if you put your baby under the water really quick and pull them back up, they will hold their breath. And that is the scariest thing on planet Earth to do. Like that's that type of experience that we have here. Like you're like, it's like you know how to do it in your blood, but the actual act of doing it is freaky. Like you don't know if you can actually do that, you know what I mean? And it's interesting because this message that's here is to tell you, it's to confirm everything that you know, but at the same time, it's to tell you to take that leap. And there's so much emotion connected to this that it's also not to tell you to take that leap. Here's the thing. I feel like you're not gonna have to do it yourself. I feel like you're actually gonna be, there's a message here that you're already guided and you're being guided. But there's a message here that you're putting so much emphasis on top of the stepping off of the cliff, and that's what we have here, right? Yeah. Oh, did you see that? But it's going to happen naturally. There's going to be this release, okay? There's going to be this moment where you don't even have to actually make yourself walk off this cliff. It's almost like there's going to be a gust of wind where you're just suddenly you're flying. Like it's going to happen so fast, and you're not even going to be the one that like walks off the cliff is what I'm getting. And it's again that energy of like you're trying so hard because you know that this has to happen, and you know that you're going to take this leap of faith, but you're feeling that fear before the leap of faith. Or it's not even fear. I've said that so many times, but I guess that's the best word that's coming through right now. But it's like you're feeling that, it's almost like a pressure. You're feeling that pressure before you take that step. But what's actually going to happen, and this is the message, what's actually going to happen is that you're going to turn your head and your friend's going to be talking to you, and a gust of wind is going to hit you, and your friend's going to be talking to you, and you're going to be flying. Your wings are going to be being used. And you're not even going to realize that you had to do it. Like you have this emphasis on taking this step off the cliff, but truthfully, you don't even actually have to do that, because something else is going to move you in that direction. You're being guided, and your wings are going to be working without you even having to realize they're working. And your friend's going to be like, whoa, look at you. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm doing it. And you wouldn't have even ever had to take that step. There's going to be this distraction, okay? There's going to be something that comes into your life that's a distraction. And you actually may already have this distraction, which is interesting. Like you may already have this, we have the Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles here. So for some reason, I feel like this may be a person or a perception, or it could be an opportunity that is the distraction, okay? Or it could just be something you're even just fantasizing about that is this distraction. And this distraction is you like, that's your friend talking to you, and you're turning your head and you're like speaking to them, right? That's that energy that's coming through here. And as that's happening, it's like almost like the angels are providing you a flower blooming so that you can focus on the flower as your wings begin and take their toll. I don't know if toll's the right word, but like begin their journey, you know, like take the first step. And this is all being provided for you is what's interesting. Like there's all this emphasis that like you have to do it, because this old foundation that you're walking out of is that you have to do it. And I apologize about the people doing yard stuff. I swear they're always doing yard stuff. Could be significant for some reason, I don't know. But there's like really this massive emphasis that like you're not even gonna have to take that step. Like you're really being so guided right now, and that's why there's a distraction coming in. And this distraction isn't gonna feel like a distraction. You're not gonna know it's a distraction. You're just gonna be really excited and in awe, and your attention is going to be drawn in a different direction, okay? And by the time your attention is drawn in that direction, you're going to have taken off. And it's going to be really interesting, because you're not even going to understand that that's like what's going on. It's going to happen so fast, and it's what I'm hearing. It's literally going to feel like a snowball falling down a mountain or rolling down a mountain. We also have Justice here with the Wheel of Fortune, again with wings. All of these creatures have wings on them. Isn't that crazy? So I feel like this is like it's like almost like it's written into your story. Like this has always been a moment that was meant to happen for you. Interesting. Okay, so I'm hearing this interesting message. I'm hearing that you're I feel like you're in this moment of your life as everything is moving and you are using your wings for the first time ever. This is something that's been very woven into your storyline, and I feel like you actually are the one who wove this into your storyline, but it feels like it's almost like it's like you're in co-communication or co-creation with the universe right now so deeply. And my battery is dying. I may have to grab another one. We may just end this message here also. But you are literally like in co-creation with the universe right now. And there's this deep like understanding of everything that's happening, but at the same time, you're in a very, very good place, okay? So where you're at, even though things are uncomfortable and you're shedding and twisting, I'm seeing that all around you, you may be surrounded by some versatile energies at this time. You may be witnessing people that you love moving through different kinds of energies. There's going to be some people moving through seedlings. There's going to be some people thriving in a place that doesn't make any sense. There's going to be some people that are moving through devastation. And this is all happening all around you as this moment is taking place in your life for you. And the point being, oh, I'm going to have to change the battery. Hold on. Okay, hi, I am back. Literally, as I'm pulling, I'm realizing that the point being, I'm so uncomfortable. You're probably so uncomfortable too, but I'm glad that you're sitting through this message. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so as I'm talking about everyone around you moving through so much and all these different things, I'm actually coming to realization that these are the distractions and that there's many distractions that are happening all around you all at once. So it's not a single distraction that's coming in, and I thought that it was, but it's not. I feel like it's actually many distractions, and it's not just distractions, but it's things that will help you move through this period in your life, things that will pull your attention so that you can flawlessly fall into this reality that you're moving into this newfound angelic form that you're moving into, gaining your wings again. Like that's, I feel like that's the message, or the overall message for this this video, this message. I want to pull a couple more really quick. No, yeah, we'll do this deck. Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of different things happening all around you, but not in your life. Like this is all to pull your energy so that you can flawlessly move from the ground into the air, so that the attention isn't really on you. Like I get this feeling that like you do actually thrive with attention on you, but you don't, but you also don't at the same time. You're contradictory. You're an anomaly. Okay? And basically it's like when you take your first step, or your first, I don't know what you would call that, when your wings flap for the first time. When you take that first moment and you really like start to fly, you don't want everyone watching you. You want to try it on your own first, is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. And so that is going to happen for you. I'm so sorry about the lawn people. I swear they only turn on when you want to make content inside your house. But whatever. But you don't want all of that attention on you your very first time like flying, right? And you do well with attention on you, and you're going to be watched more in the future. But I think that right now it's like, this is a moment just for you. This is a successful moment just for you. And it's not meant to be for anybody else. Like for the first time in your life, I think that something's meant to be solely for you. And that's what this moment is. And so that's why there's also so much going on all around you that you're watching and being there for, because it's meant to pull the attention in other directions so that you don't feel like everyone's watching you, and so that you feel like you can have a moment just for you, just for you. Yeah, a stationary moment just for you. It's almost like the angels are using everything all around you as a protection mechanism, to ensure that you feel safe in this moment of transformation, deep transformation within you, where you're shedding that old skin and you're stepping into that new version of you, which is so incredibly beautiful. And I want to pull really quickly here at the end, literally success at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. I want to see what's coming your way as this transition is moving through. So we're going to pull really quickly just like a couple of cards to see what is coming your way. If you have made it to this point in the video, I'm so excited for you, and thank you for being here. Whoa, that's enough. Okay, so we have celebration and community coming in for you. You have community here with sisters. So you're gonna have sisterhood coming in, and you're gonna have celebration, or even just like with friendship too. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of celebration coming together, actual celebratory moments. There's going to be a lot of security coming into your reality. So it's funny how in the beginning we were kind of talking about letting go of that concept that things and abundance doesn't grow on trees, because you're going to be stepping into a world where abundance does grow on trees, and you're going to be realizing how much abundance actually grows on trees and how available it is for you. I also get that this is a whole new chapter for you, so it's going to feel very fun, and it's going to feel like you're kind of like the newbie again. And I feel like for a long time you haven't really felt like the newbie for a while, but you like that energy. Like, you actually really love being surrounded by people who can teach you. So you're going to be surrounded by that again. You're going to feel like you actually have teachers in your life again, which is going to be a very exciting energy for you. And then we have the King of Cups, and we also have the Nine of Cups. So you're going to be stepping into a place of deep emotional fulfillment, and also feeling like you actually kind of know yourself for the first time in a state of emotional fulfillment. So through this journey, it's like you're new, you're gonna be the newbie, but you know yourself to a degree that you can actually appreciate being a newbie, you know, like being the student. And I think that that's a really beautiful place for you to be, and it's gonna be really fun. Again, like with your wings for the first time ever, you're gonna be seeing all of these, I don't know why angels is like so present, but I'm really getting like angel wings, like you're gaining your angel wings. But I'm getting like you're gonna be seeing like all of these master angels all around doing these incredible things in the world, and you're gonna be so excited, but like you don't know how they did that. You're gonna be like, oh, how'd they do that? Well, how did they do that? But you like actually know yourself enough that like that's how you got your wings in the first place, was by finally understanding yourself and knowing yourself and choosing yourself. And that is how you were able to take yourself off the ground. And from that new profound perspective of self, you're able to actually appreciate like learning from masters. And yeah, that's everything. So I really hope that this message found you and resonated with you to your heart's highest degree. This was definitely hard to move through in the beginning, but you're doing amazing, and you're at such an incredible time in your life to be truly transforming in the way that you are. And if you ever needed confirmation, I hope that this video has been confirmation for you. I love you so very much, and if this message resonated with you, please let me know down there. I love to know who I'm talking to, who's in this community, and just cultivating and crafting a community here that is so present and alive, and here with all of our hearts and honesty, and just it fills my heart with so much joy you don't even know. So I love you, and I will see you guys in the next message.